right, Average Joes. We're going to continue our talk about setup specifically. Grab your club, follow along. I'm inside my house. If you're inside your house, let's do it. We're going to talk posture, but I do want to quickly address grip. If you want an in-depth analysis on grip, let me know in the comments. I'll make a longer video on this. But there's really only two things that I care about, regardless of how you choose to grip the club. Number one is it needs to be in your fingers. I don't want to be wrapping in deep into my palms like this. I want it to be one, in your fingers. Again, I like to go like this. I can look down and see that the club is running over my fingers, and then I slowly close. Number two is I want you to grip it loose. If you have it in your fingers and you have a loose grip, two things will happen. You'll have flexibility in your wrists this way, again, for your club to make a path through the impact zone. And number two, you'll be able to control the club face. Two things, in your fingers and loose. That is the only thing that matters with your grip. After that, you can do whatever you want. Now that we have grip, now we want to talk about posture. The first thing with posture is your hip hinge, right? It's this motion that we take to get down towards the ball. It's not a round of the back. Your shoulders are going to be rounded slightly, but it's a hip hinge. You'll know that you have enough hip hinge if you let go with your bottom hand and let it swing. It'll swing right back to where the club needs to be, right? So if I'm standing too far up and I go like this, now it's hitting my hand. Or if I'm bending too much, now it's hitting down here. So the right amount is going to be when you let your hand go and it comes right back to where you need it to be. That's your right amount of hip hinge. After your hip hinge, it's simple. Athletic stance. Here's what it means to have an athletic stance. You need a position with your feet and your hips so that you can twist, bend, and bend your knees. If you can do all of those things, then you're in an athletic stance. When you set up to the ball, the one thing I would encourage you to do once you get to your athletic stance is open up this front foot ever so slightly, like a 30, 45 degree angle. I don't do it as much, but it is slightly open. All right, this allows you to clear your hips when you go through your follow through. Okay, everything else, hip width distance, athletic stance, slight bend in the knees, wider stance for longer clubs like your driver, shorter stance for shorter clubs like a wedge. So that's the basics of posture and grip in a nutshell. Rewatch this video, follow along, execute the same posture over and over again for every single shot. If you have any questions, put them in the comments. I read and answer every single one. Consistent, confident setups equals consistent, confident swings. Feel good, play good, improve your game. That's what we're here for.